This one's going to be a little bit different from usual. I'm doing, I don't know, kind of a project vlog here. I joined a Secret Santa and I am going to be making something for somebody's doll. I have not done one of these in so long. I last joined like a swap style Secret Santa back when I was new to the hobby. It was years and years ago, right after I got my very first doll. And back then swaps were super popular on Den of Angels. So I joined one, and the idea was you just make something like a piece of clothing or an accessory for your partner and you send it to them for their doll. So back when I joined that swap, I ended up making like a full outfit for my partner's doll, which happened to be the same size as mine. It was my April House EID. And in return, I got nothing. When I say nothing, I don't just mean that my swap partner dropped out and didn't send me anything. I didn't even get a thank you for what I sent. So I was like, that kind of sucks, but I'll give it another try. So I joined a second swap and I made a full outfit and I sent it to my swap partner, and guess what I got back? Did you guess nothing? Because that's what I got. So it's been more than a decade since I joined any kind of swap like this, and I'm looking forward to it because I think the people in this particular swap are very sweet people, and they're people that I kind of know a bit, so I'm looking forward to making a few things. Also, I apologize if it's a little bit noisy in my studio. I have my 3D printer running, and I also have a space heater on because the furnace up here does not work. When I signed up for the swap, I said I really wanted to be able to sew something for somebody because I haven't done much sewing lately at all. The last thing that I made was Vahn's Gambison. So I was given a swap partner who has a 1/4 scale doll and also like one of the big Imple doll girls. And even though I really liked the ideas that my swap partner gave for the Imple doll, my Imple doll unfortunately is one of the dolls that I have packed away right now, and she's like packed in the very back of the closet behind all the Christmas gifts and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to get her out. So I'm going to make something for the 1/4 scale doll, and I'm going to show you my ideas. So the doll character is like a little witch, and I thought it would be nice to print off like a smaller version of the herbal book that I made for All. So I printed that off at a smaller scale to make like a 1/4 scale herbal book. I'm looking forward to cutting this apart and trying to glue it all together. I'll be making it into a nice little hardbound book, maybe with like a vinyl or a velvet cover, but it should be really cute. And also, to go with the witchy aesthetic, I thought it would be cute. I have like little tiny quartz points. One of the problems that she has with this doll is that the doll has horns, so she can't wear hats or anything, and then also has hooves, so pants are a challenge. So the best thing that I can make is probably a cape. That's still a problem with the horns, but I kind of have an idea for that. I'll show you. So this is my sketchbook, and those are the straps for Vahn's Gambison that I still have not managed to put on, but this is this is a drawing of my little sister and her husband, just in case you were curious. But I thought it would be cute if I made one of the little hooded capelets that I have, but out of like a fabric that really frays easily so that the edges would be kind of tattered, and then have ribbons at the wrists, maybe a little bit of lace, and then for the hood making it like a really long pointed hood with a bell of some sort at the end, but making the lining of the hood more shallow so that it can actually be used as a pocket. So here I've got like, this is like a little book to represent having the herbal back here, and this is a little jar. I have tons of little bottles and jars, so I'm thinking I might grab one of those and fill it with quartz points or something like that. That would work well as a prop for a doll like this. I've got this fabric here. It's like a cotton crinkle gauze that I think will work really well for the little capelet. It has a really nice shred to it. I found some lace that I can gather along the edges. This wider satin ribbon, and then there's a narrow satin ribbon, and then I've got this little trim here, which might be cute for something, but we'll see. I found some jingle bells. I was really sure that I had some smaller ones or some traditionally shaped bells, but I couldn't find them, so I may see what else I can find to use at the end of the hood. I may have some little star ornaments or something that could work well. But I think what I need to do first is probably work on the little herbal book, because that is going to need time for the binding to dry.
At this point, I'd like to say a special thanks to Katie, who sent me the gift of a paper cutter that would actually cut straight, which my big guillotine cutter cannot do. I really liked working on this little book, and it makes me look forward to creating more tiny books for my dolls. I don't really have the right glue for it right now. Some PVA glues are better than others, but one of my local art supply stores has a whole section for bookbinding, and I might make my husband take me there for my birthday. While that dries, it's time to find the pattern and prepare fabric. I recently sorted and labeled all my patterns, and it was a huge undertaking, but finding stuff is a lot easier now. I'm thinking about removing the carpet in my studio and putting down laminate, just because the carpet is always full of random threads and bits of fabric, and the vacuum doesn't pick it up well. But I've also spilled paint and stuff on the carpet since moving in, and it wasn't all that nice of carpet to begin with. Maybe that can be a big project for the coming year. The soundproofing that comes with the carpet is nice, but I don't know. Maybe I can get the same thing with a nice rug, which would be easier to clean anyway. The sewing process doesn't really introduce anything new. I've shared a tutorial for this pattern in the past, so if you're interested in making your own, you can check out that video on my channel and also get the pattern from my website. I think I'll be making fewer patterns in the coming year, but really working to streamline my pattern archive and provide alternate download options, as some people can't get the patterns to load. I don't know when I'll get to it, because with over 100 patterns on my site, it's a huge undertaking to add another format for all of them. When I was working on the sleeves, I made the decision to not add ribbon because I felt like the shiny satin clashed with the textures of the fabric and lace. A velvet ribbon would have been nice, but the only velvet ribbon I had was way too wide.
So it's kind of weird to not be hemming anything, but I'm going to put this lace along the inside of the bottom edge here, so there'll be like the lace, and then the edge will be able to fray, and hopefully that'll be cute. But then the little cape is just about done. I'll have to add a closure right here. I have a really cute gold one that I'm going to use, and then I'll have to figure out something for the hood. Okay, so the lighting in here is atrocious. I did not find a little bell, but I did find this little star here that I think will work well for a charm on the end of the hood, and it'll go nicely with these closures that I have, that I'm going to put one of these on the collar of the cape to hold it shut. This should be really cute. Okay, so we got the cute little butterfly and flower closure in the front,
and the little star hanging off the hood. So this part just needs to be ironed and it looks like lint rolled, and then it's ready to go. Okay, so I've got this tiny little quartz point necklace now. And then I've got my bag of quartz points here. So I got a little bottle. I'm just gonna see if I can pick 2 or 3 that'll fit down in there. Okay, so more like 5 or 6, but I could probably fit a few more actually. Maybe I'll grab a few more. Okay, that's probably all that's gonna go in. Maybe I'll add a ribbon on top. This ribbon's got like a gold thread in it. I thought that would be cute. Tying tiny bows is really hard. You have to start with a big bow and then shrink it down. That should be all right. Then it's bookbinding time. I start with some chipboard from the back of a notebook. So I got this scrap of black vinyl that I think should work for the cover. The black vinyl did not work out, it was too thick. So I replaced it with this blue velvet, and I'm just gonna glue the book block in here, and I will press it shut to let it dry, and that should be it for my project. I just recently kind of got interested in bookbinding, so I have so much to learn about this. I would love to make more doll-sized books, like real hardbound books, but I have so much to learn before I can do it consistently. I would also really love to make hardbound versions of my own books, especially Rin and Frol's story. It would be so cool to have that story in a hardcover, like a hand-bound, really nice hardcover. Okay, I'm gonna clamp this like crazy with a billion clothespins, and we're gonna call it a day. It looks like everything fits in there pretty nicely, just the way I imagined. Of course, how the hood actually gets used is up to the recipient, but I did my best to make it aesthetically pleasing. If it doesn't fit over the doll's head, then just having the hood look nice as it hangs down the back is good enough. Then it's time to wrap everything. I thought maybe the trinkets would fit in this tiny gift box I had, but they were a bit too big. I had a teeny tiny gift bag for the necklace. I think some doll eyes came in it, and it was so cute I kept it. Then I wrap everything up in tissue paper so it'll be recyclable. It took me a bit to decide how to wrap the book, but I think it turned out all right. I found a less pretty box to hold these little things, and then I tie the presents shut with some scraps of ribbon I'd been saving. I like using real ribbons because they're always nice to have and can be repurposed for other crafts later. Last, I fold up the little capelet, and that's pretty much it. Now I just need a shipping box.
so it's been a day and my printer's still going. I have so many pieces of armor to print, but I wrapped up my Secret Santa package and I got it in the mail, and I forgot to take pictures of everything after it was done. I sat down and I was just wrapping and happy as could be, but it's on the way, and hopefully my Secret Santa swap partner will be getting it soon. I know mail is always slow this time of year. I don't know when to expect anything back. I don't have any idea what anybody might send me, but you know, honestly, I had so much fun doing this little project that I guess it doesn't really matter if I don't get anything. I won't be posting this until early January so that my swap partner has time to receive it and be surprised, but it was kind of nice to just have like some low pressure crafting for somebody else. I definitely don't feel like I have my creative spark back yet, but I don't know, it was fun. So to my swap partner, if you end up watching this someday, I really hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, that's cool, give it to somebody else. We were fine with regifting in this house. And to everybody else, that's all I have this time. I'm working on Vahn's armor. Did not finish my goals for 2024, but I'm just gonna keep rolling until it's time to come up with some new goals. Some armor pieces are actually what is printing right now, so I'm looking forward to having that to share. It's coming along pretty nicely. It's just that dang chainmail, man. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.